my pride.
28 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning to you, Grenada, Carrick, Upidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean.
Well, if I had another chance to start afresh again and live this life all over, things just wouldn't be the same. But
for some reason, the voice, man, that cold, oh my goodness. But nonetheless, I'm here with you, and I'm so happy to be with you. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Some folks say that. I thank him every day. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm talking with him, yeah? How about you? Yulin, good morning to you. Mary Ebanks, good morning also. Lydia Cameron. I'm on the wake up list and I'm thankful. How about you?
Oh, my child. Oh, my child.
It is another good day to have a good day, eh?
My pride. Yeah, my pride. So even though my life is filled with so much ups and downs,
A whole lot of
I
them.
know you got the powers to turn this thing around. Cause there is no miracle that my God can do. And yes, you are my savior, and I put my trust in you. Oh, Father,
Let me sing, let me sing.
the breath I breathe. Oh, merciful Father, you provide my needs.
All of them.
Oh, Father,
To all the busmen of the nation, red hot. Good morning, Mr. Norbert Julian. Good morning to you, bro.
Father,
And your passengers at this time, Zai, KB,
my child.
Rem, Marcus,
Oh, my
Stanley, Avon and Anon, Eggies. All right, that's enough over the hills. On the western side, Faj and Zanda and Boyo. I didn't even know. What up and his team on the eastern side of the island?
Hills from whence cometh my help.
The driver of H7469, good morning.
Even enough.
Howdy do?
Future,
The folks on the sister isles of Pili Martinique and Carriacou.
the minute order of
Good morning to you, Mildred Smith. How's Shem doing this morning? Give Shem my regards.
I'll try to do my
The folks inside of Essequibo, Guyana.
best.
Guyana, good morning.
Of the rest.
Trinidad and Tobago, good morning.
Oh, Father,
Sylvina Charles, good morning.
privilege.
How you do?
Merciful
You good?
to share this.
My brethren Peppy, what's up, guy?
Oh, Father, nothing more I want to do. Oh, merciful,
It's Friday, yeah? We made it through another work week.
play the music. Oh, my child, hear my cry.
Yeah, the folks inside of Pearls, good morning. Auntie Alma, good morning to you and Helen and family.
Hear my cry.
The entire Pulse posse, good morning. Moya, good morning. Dunfermline, Amoy, Greta, good morning. Awa,
I don't
Paradise, Lafayette.
talk. Oh,
The fat man himself, Darius, good morning to you.
the walk. Yes. Oh,
Moncton, good morning. Kozo, Stalin, Romaine and family. Uncle Eiffel, morning.
merciful
Uncle Glidan, I ain't see you in a while, boy.
call to you.
Nonetheless, folks, let's head on to the word of the day, or else we'll stay here for the entire morning just bigging up, you know?
Merciful Father,
And the word of the day, this is the last day of revision, all right? From Monday, we have new words. Tractable. That's the word of the day, tractable.
merciful Father, take my heart.
Tractable, tractable.
Oh, my child,
And tractable is used to describe someone or something that is easily led, managed, taught, or controlled.
hear my pride. Hear my pride.
Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The new approach should make the problem more tractable. We can also say the horse's tractable temperament made her especially popular with new riders. Yeah, that's how we can use the word in a sentence. Oh, yep. We're heading to the motivational tip of the day. Good morning to the folks inside of Cafe. Nadisha, good morning to you.
Be glad.
Nadisha just happened to brand the motivational tip, right?
Hear my pride.
Cafe and surrounding areas. The Sandersons, good morning. Hey, weekend are coming for my stuff, okay? Don't be too. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow I'll pass collect my stuff, right?
To start afresh again.
All right, Ballhead and Ryan and the mom and dad, the entire household. Debbie, good morning to you.
But
You and the family?
tomorrow, there is
Yeah, we're heading to the motivational tip of the day.
thank you, Jesus, for all you done for me. Yes,
Problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them. We cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them. So in essence, the thinking that you had when you came into the problem, you can't solve the problem with that. You have to think differently. It is often said only a mentally deranged person does things the same way and expects different results. JJ, good morning to you. Sylvie, Daphne, Denzo.
so if
Wake up, Denzo.
it's filled with so much
23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The folks inside of Richmond and St. Andrew. Errol Amigo Robertson. Yeah, my sister.
there is no that my God
River Sally, good morning to you. Latas.
Savior
Plains. Rose Hill. Mount Rich and Mount Rule. Mount Fendu. Mount Craven. Grenada, good morning.
you provide.
We're heading to the nutrition health tip of the day.
Thank you for my daily bread.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
Today's in-season featured local fruit is guava. The fruit and leaves of the guava plant are both filled with nutritional compounds that can be used to alleviate many health conditions in men. Research suggests that the guava, which contains high levels of the plant pigment lycopene, which is also found in tomatoes and watermelon, has strong antioxidant properties and has been shown to lower the risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia or enlarged prostate. Additionally, high levels of lycopene have been associated with reducing the risk and the potential to suppress the progression of prostate cancer. This fruit may also be used to support fertility and heart and bone health. The fruit is also rich in vitamin C, potassium, and fiber. Apart from its benefits in alleviating the effects of prostate cancer, guavas, when eaten, can also aid in alleviating other illnesses which affects men, such as the common cold, supports heart health, supports eye health, improves digestion and skin conditions. It is important to note that too much guava should not be consumed if you have digestive problems that include constipation, bloating, cramps, or watery stools. The leaves of the guava plant are also great for balancing blood glucose levels, lowering blood pressure, and preventing tooth decay by destroying harmful germs in the mouth. It can also help in weight loss and can be a great treatment for diarrhea. Guavas are most commonly eaten raw, but do make delicious juices and drinks. It can be made into jams and marmalades and added to baked goods. The leaves can also be eaten raw as well, or steeped in hot water and consumed as tea. Visit our TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and website during the month of June for more information on issues surrounding men's health. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Folks, let me tell you this, all right? Coming up shortly, in a matter of the beginning of the new month, there will be some inclusion, all right? We'll have the agricultural tip. You understand? We'll have the traffic report. We'll have the insurance tip. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Remodeling, rebuilding.
Things just wouldn't be the same.
All in a bid to make you totally satisfied. Yeah, that's what we do here at the GBN. Good morning, Eugenia Peters.
Thank you, Jesus, for
Howdy do?
me. Yes, Lord.
Godfrey Augustine and family, good morning to you, bro.
Thank you for another day. Oh,
Just saying thanks.
oh,
Of course, good morning to the First Family, Pastor Laurie Dominic and the First Lady and the family
Christ. Oh,
of the congregation at the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God.
like play the music. Oh, my
Yeah, somebody told me yesterday, Pastor Laurie must ban you from the church. Don't go back in the people's church. You're singing calypso. All right. So I want you to tell me if you're so certain that all calypsonians go into hell.
hear my cry.
You know what I'm saying? I'm singing calypso. That's a hobby. That's my culture. That's what. I ain't tell nobody to take their clothes off and do anything of that nature. And if that's going to send me to hell, I wonder the things that you're doing that we don't know about. I wonder if you're going to heaven too. My friend, salvation is personal, right? I know my relationship. While it is said, let not your good be evil spoken of. You understand? Yeah. I do feel a little guilt for that. But other than that, my relationship with the Master is awesome.
Thank you for my deliverance.
You hear what I'm saying to him? Thank you.
Father, through your grace my soul is fed.
You know, it really peeves me, you know. People are so quick to judge. And if you open their closets, the number of skeletons that are there.
Play it one more time.
You know, the Center Cemetery in St. George's doesn't have that. Nonetheless, let's see what's buzzing. I'm not here on that this morning, you understand? You have your opinion, I have mine, right?
From whence cometh my help?
Buzzing this morning, Grenada delegation to visit Guyana next week on a business and trade mission. Also, we hear that the U.S. is disappointed in Caribbean support over democracy in Venezuela.
But until
Canadian YouTuber Chris Mustlist fires his attorneys over a $50,000 US invoice. That's interesting.
thank you for the privilege.
Internationally, another plane crash killing 9 people as a passenger plane crashes on flight to eastern Thailand.
Nothing more I want.
Wow. I ain't traveling.
Than to live
Well, I ain't going in a plane. Sam put me in a bubble.
my child.
And in sports, Cricket West Indies confirms single nomination for vice president role. Of course, you know you'll get more details on that and them in the morning edition of news, right? I'm seeing some folks. Kenneth Brathwaite, good morning to you. Mohan Tilak, good morning. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much for the endorsement. Chris and Christopher, good morning. Michelle Cambridge, Gigi Giles, I like that name.
Let me live by
Sharon Bartholomew's in the building saying she is here all the way in Northern Virginia. Damian Noel, good morning. Nutmeg Queen says, morning, my spicy pals.
all your
Someone celebrated a birthday 3 days ago. Kathy and Adams in the Sunshine State of Florida. Sissy, good morning. Belated happy birthday to you. I don't know. We'll make it up. I'll see you soon, right? Good morning to Kenneth, Solange, and Zuri. And all those of you locked on in the Sunshine State of Florida. Folks, this is just about the time when we take that break and we head into the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Don't you go anywhere.
Get back to school with Quartz Optical. Get frames and lenses for children and students of all ages starting at $299, plus 25% off credit purchases or 20% off cash purchases. Ray-Ban, Armani, Converse, Vogue, and much more. Get it today and pay us later. Plus, you can book your eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer ends August 24th, 2024.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there. Easy. That's why on June 22nd, we're hosting our Easy Ride Auto Show at Ariza's Car Park, Bruce Street. Speak to our professional loan officers, car dealers, and insurance brokers in one convenient location. Learn about our special offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. This is your opportunity to secure your Easy Ride loan and drive away in style.
Spend $50 or more.
This is a GBN Morning News for today, Friday, August 23rd, 2024. Coming up in the news, Grenada delegation to visit Guyana next week on business and trade mission. A U.S. disappointed in the Caribbean's support over democracy in Venezuela. In the region, Canadian YouTuber Chris must list fires his attorneys over a $50,000, that's U.S. Invoice. Internationally, 9 killed in a small passenger plane crash on flight to Eastern Thailand. And in sports, Cricket West Indies confirms a single nomination for vice president role. We've got the details to this and so much more after these messages.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bank, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, Gordon Joseph in with the details. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell said a delegation from Grenada will visit Guyana next week in a bid to improve trade relations between the two countries. On Wednesday, during GBN's To The Point program, Prime Minister Mitchell disclosed that a team from Tourism, Economic Development and Culture will be traveling to Georgetown to do a business and trade mission and to launch direct flights between Guyana and Grenada.
We're in fact going to Guyana next week.
Yes.
A team from Tourism, Economic Development, Agriculture. The explicit purpose is to do a business and trade mission in Guyana and to launch direct flights between Guyana and Grenada from Inter-Caribbean because we feel that there's a great opportunity for the tourism market, for Guyanese expats who are there as well to come up to Grenada for vacation, to give them the opportunity to see what Grenada is like.
It must be noted that Prime Minister Mitchell is the current chairman of CARICOM. Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall said government is committed to the reform of statutory bodies and state-owned enterprises to ensure that they deliver the mandate in a professional, efficient and effective manner. He made the statement as he addressed the 25 newly accredited directors from 11 state-owned enterprises, statutory bodies and ministries on Wednesday at the reception and presentation of certificate ceremony for the Directors Education and Accreditation Program at the Koyaba Beach Resort. Minister Cornwall stressed that with this training and accreditation, the NDC administration is set to make significant advances in delivering on its commitment to good governance, recapping its manifesto's position on government should be effective, responsive, efficient, honest, transparent, and accountable. The ceremony celebrated the success of the 25 directors who undertook the rigorous training and assessment of the program facilitated by the Chartered Governance Institute of Canada in collaboration with the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange in March this year. As of February 2023, 125 persons have been trained and qualified as accredited directors. Meanwhile, Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM David Commijon says Caribbean countries will be united and will be adopting one CARICOM position at the upcoming United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP29. We have more in this report.
We are going to be speaking very, very firmly on the fact that our small island developing nations are on the front line of this climate crisis, and that it is ridiculous that we can get this kind of damage, but there are no loss and damage funds to call upon to help us rebuild. So there was a sense of, I would say, anger at the meeting, and a resolve that this nonsense of having these COPs and, going through the motions, that really has to end. And we will also be setting up a donors conference.
That meeting will be held in Azerbaijan from November 11th to 22nd. That's later on this year. And finally, the Biden administration in the United States has voiced disappointment that only two Caribbean community countries, Guyana and Suriname, have endorsed a joint statement calling for democracy in Venezuela. Members of the Sub-Regional Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines had issued a joint statement in support of the re-election of President Nicolas Maduro. U.S. Ambassador to Guyana and CARICOM, Nicole Theriot, was quoted by Demerara Waves Online News saying, "That's actually disappointing. For us, it seems very clear that to support democracy, certain things need to be done with regard to the election," she said. "And if those other countries chose not to sign on, that's their right. But we're quite disappointed." That concludes the local segment of the news. Stay with us. The regional roundup and international developments are straight ahead, along with the sporting highlights and the weather. Don't you go anywhere. 6 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional News Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
The government of Curacao has officially collapsed following tensions in the ruling coalition over the issue of tax debt forgiveness. The Curacao Chronicle reports that Prime Minister Gilmar Pisas from the MFK party confirmed the government's fall after the PNP, a coalition partner, withdrew its support. The political crisis began earlier this week when two PNP parliamentarians sharply criticized the Finance Minister Javier Silvania during a parliamentary session. Their concerns centered around Mr. Silvania's decision to forgive overdue tax debts, a move that was seen as controversial. The two PNP members accused the minister and the MFK party of being untrustworthy, fueling the already simmering tension within the coalition. In response, the MFK party issued a formal statement declaring that they no longer wished to work with the two PNP parliamentarians. Soon after, the PNP also announced its decision to end the coalition partnership.
Jamaica is increasing surveillance at its ports of entry against the Mpox disease, which was recently declared a public health emergency of international concern by the World Health Organization. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says while there are currently no cases in Jamaica, the island had recorded up to 21 cases cases between 2022 and 2023. He says his ministry is taking action to prevent re-entry of the disease.
We will increase messaging at our ports, and we will interview travelers who have visited countries of interest in the last 6 months. Anyone with symptoms will be treated according to our protocols. Persons without symptoms will be issued health alert cards and told to contact the health department if they develop symptoms. We are monitoring the countries where Mpox is present, and persons coming into Jamaica from those countries of concern may be subjected to a higher level of surveillance questioning by the health team.
Meanwhile, the Cayman Islands Health Ministry yesterday denied reports that there were 2 Mpox cases in the territory. Several African, Asian, and European countries have so far reported cases of the disease, which can be transmitted by person-to-person contact and exposure to droplets. Symptoms include fever, chills, and body aches, but people with serious cases can develop lesions on the face, hands, chest, and genitals.
Meanwhile, CARICOM Chairman Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell of Grenada is promising that regional institutions will ensure a well-coordinated Mpox response. In a statement yesterday, Prime Minister Mitchell said regional governments will ensure effective surveillance efforts and public health strategies to raise public health awareness about the disease and contribute to collective preparedness. He said the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA, will work with member states in the CARICOM impacts to monitor incoming passengers and facilitate the rapid identification of potential cases. CARFA has indicated that there are no known cases of the Mpox disease in the Caribbean community.
Guyana is warning about international online scams. Among them are Facebook posts saying that President Irfan Ali, Vice President Barack Jagdeo, and Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh are dead. There have also been similar posts stating that a number of prominent cricketers have passed away, as well as others investing in schemes. But Jagdeo says people should not click on those posts.
It's a lot of scam stuff, but it's phishing. It's something generated from, I think, abroad, and with all these sensational stories. So when you go there, then they have your number, and please don't fall prey to them. They are Ponzi schemes. A lot of them hook you in. If you're stupid and you put your money there and you lose your money, they're gone with your money. Don't blame the government. It's a scam that's going around. And they use prominent people. If you're stupid, you lose your money.
The West Indies play South Africa in a 3-match T20 cricket series at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad and Tobago starting today. It's the West Indies' first T20 series since their early exit from the T20 World Cup, which they hosted in June. Cricket commentator Reds Pereira says it's an important rebuilding series.
When it comes after a fairly disappointing performance in the World Cup, and Darren Sammy would like to move on with a series win against South Africa, I think he is preparing for the future, and he has to learn from the combination that he has chosen, and that might change as they move towards England for the 3 2020s in St. Lucia. But very, very important that they do well in this series against South Africa, and I do hope that the pitch will be a lot better than it was in the World Cup. We're looking forward, hopefully, also to see a good crowd turning up at the Brian Lara to back and watch the West Indies South Africa game.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
In another regional story of interest, Canadian YouTuber Christopher Hughes returns to court today in Trinidad and Tobago, defending himself against a seditious charge after firing his attorneys over a US $50,000 invoice. In an Instagram post on Wednesday night, Hughes said as a new YouTuber, he did not have the means to afford the fees. Hughes has had 4 attorneys since he was charged in May. His attorneys include senior counsels Anand Ramlogan, Pamela Elder, Kristen Williams, his first attorney, and Russell Warner, who works with Elder. Hughes was formally charged by TNT's Special Investigation Unit with publishing a statement with a seditious intention. The 45-year-old father of 3 who pleaded not guilty to the offense and is currently on $100,000 bail faces $3,000 fine or 2 years imprisonment. All right, $3,000 fine and your invoice for your legal fees, $50,000 US. I would have done the same. Looking further afield, a small passenger plane on a domestic flight in Thailand crashed on Thursday afternoon shortly after taking off from the main airport in the capital, Bangkok. The country's civil aviation authority announced that all 9 people aboard had been killed. Rescuers found no survivors at the crash site. Thai media said 7 passengers and 2 pilots had been listed as being on board. After about an hour of searching, rescuers found badly shattered body parts in the difficult swampy terrain. The names of those on board were not immediately available. However, the spokesperson said that it included 5 Chinese tourists from Hong Kong, 2 Thai female crew, and the Thai pilot and co-pilot. The body of British tech entrepreneur Michael Lynch has been recovered from the wreck of the yacht that sank off the coast of Sicily on Monday, but searches are continuing for his missing daughter. 6 bodies have now been brought to shore after the sinking of the luxury yacht, which sank during a freak storm of the fishing village of Porticello, east of Palermo. The one person who is still missing is Mr. Lynch's 18-year-old daughter, Hannah. Of the 22 passengers and crew on board, 15 people survived the sinking, including a 1-year-old child and Mr. Lynch's wife, Angel Baceres. And finally, the second largest diamond ever found, a rough 2,492 carat stone, has been unearthed in Botswana at a mine owned by Canadian firm Lusara Diamond. It is the biggest find since the 3,106 carat Cullinan diamond found in South Africa in 1905 and cut into 9 separate stones, many of which are in the British Crown jewels. The diamond was found at Karowe Mine, about 500 kilometers north of Botswana's capital, Gaborone. Botswana's government said it was the largest diamond ever discovered in the South African state. That concludes the regional roundup and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Cricket West Indies will hold an election for the vice president on September 20th, 2024. This follows the recent judicial decision from the High Court of Guyana regarding the vice president's election, which has led to Mr. Azim Basarath vacating the position. At the close of nominations, Mr. Basarath is the sole candidate, having been nominated by the Jamaica Cricket Association and the Leeward Islands Cricket Board. The nominations were circulated as customary, and every territorial board, which constitutes the shareholders, was adequately notified. CWI is being guided by its Articles of Association in conducting this election to ensure the process is handled with the highest standards of democratic principles and transparency. The upcoming election will provide a timely resolution to the current vacancy of the office of Vice President and reinforce Cricket West Indies' commitment to fair governance. And as you heard in the regional roundup, West Indies face off South Africa today in the start of a 3-match T20 series, and we do wish Darren Sammy and the boys all the best. That's the sports. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, my good friend Jonathan Johnny Price. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Friday the 23rd of August, 2024, as recorded at the Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are calm. Barometric pressure is 1012.3 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature is 29 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 83%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.8 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 27.3 degrees Celsius. Only a trace of rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 117.5 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming occasionally cloudy with light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunder, mainly overnight. Today's maximum will be 32 degrees Celsius with winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. High tide will be at 12 p.m. and low tide at 6 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:22 and sunrise at 5:56. Just to repeat the public forecast, rather for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming occasionally cloudy with light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunder, mainly overnight. From the forecast desk at the Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Johnny, before you run off for the crystal ball, I like to look in the crystal ball. What are you seeing tomorrow, Sunday?
For tomorrow and Sunday, well, in terms of the main features, there is a tropical wave currently located at around 37 degrees west, I believe, which you may start to see affecting us possibly more Saturday night into Sunday. We can get some light to moderate showers, maybe heavy at times, with a possible chance of thunder. That's more Saturday into Sunday once again.
Okay. Thank you, Johnny. Have yourself a great weekend now.
You too.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Gun-related crimes can pose serious threats to our communities, leaving villagers to mourn, children without fathers, and broken families. Positive activities like sports is what we need to bring our communities together, especially our youths.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
It's 9 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news. A recap of the headlines. A Grenada delegation to visit Guyana next week on business and trade mission. The U.S. is disappointed in the Caribbean's support over democracy in Venezuela. In the region, Canadian YouTuber Chris Muslist fires his attorneys over a U.S. $50,000 invoice. Internationally, 9 killed as small passenger plane crashes on flight to eastern Thailand. And in sports, Cricket West Indies confirms single nomination for vice president role, and Team West Indies square off today at against South Africa in the start of a 3-match T20 series. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, August 23rd, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, a safe weekend, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Labukan Creative Center presents the final staging of I Do at the Duluth Cinema Grenville, Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. Tickets available at Labukan Creative Center, Gotafet, and St. Andrew's Pharmacy at $75. It's the most hilarious comedy ever staged in Grenada. It's I Do by Uriah Speakers, Sunday, August 25th, Duluth Cinema Grenville at 6 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Hi. Hey, if you don't have everything for back to school, don't hurt your head. Because GBN and Flo, they're putting down the biggest back to school extravaganza right here next week Friday, the 30th of August, right here at the Grenada Trade Center. You have special and everything back to school. We're talking about uniform, books, pencil, pen, crayon, everything back to school. And you have entertainment for the kids also. We have face painting, we have bouncy castle for the kids. And you adults, you can win some stuff also. So you want to come and down here, we're starting 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I'll be hosting, so I'll see you guys there at 10 a.m. Remember, back to school extravaganza, 10 a.m. right here next week Friday. I'll see you there.
Powered by Flow, Bermuda's Biscuits, Fruit of Cool Kids, and Megaforce Promotions.
Alright folks, it's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock and I just want to wish out and say happy birthday or Earth Strong, that's how they refer to it nowadays, to Nadisha Antoine, and hope you live to see many, many more. The person did not say who it's coming from, but nonetheless, happy birthday to you, Nadisha. Alright, hope you're doing fine. Enjoy your day to the fullest. All right, someone says, morning, Mr. Innocent, don't sit. Okay, all right. Nadisha, morning. You're good. I hope you're getting the reception better now. And someone says, we need more positive voices, not only in Calypso, but soca as well. Christians should not stay away, but get involved if they want to influence the masses. All right. All right. And someone says, that's a WhatsApp contributions, right? I listened to the news this morning and can't believe how we here in the Caribbean want the rest of the world to set up a fund to pay us monies for pollution. We can't even find a bin for our handheld rubbish or sort out our garbage to reduce the effects Grenada has on the worldwide environmental situation. Look within before looking outward. Okay. All right. And yeah, folks, we take a quick break and I've got a guest to bring on the set. We'll be back after just this quick break. Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation this morning. I've got with me my good friend. Before I tell him morning, make sure you give Mommy and a hug and a kiss when you go home, all right?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'm speaking with Mr. Francis Urias Peters, playwright, and there's so much more, educator and everything like that. Good morning, welcome.
Morning, welcome. Morning, Innocent. It's good to be here, sir.
Yeah, all right. Always a pleasure to have you in the, as the young people say, in the house.
Yes, thanks. It's a pleasure.
Good. How was Carnival?
Well, I took a very laid-back attitude. I hardly I didn't go to any of the shows. I stood back.
Okay.
But it seems as though things went well.
Yeah.
Of course, there were criticisms on both sides, and the criticism is good. But from a general standpoint, I know the visitors who were here seem to have enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Before Carnival crept in and before Burial made her ugly passage, we were talking I do, and we're still talking I do. That is the longest proposal and marriage ceremony I've heard. I do is still on. How's I do going?
Well, it's going good, because in July we staged eight performances at Labocan Creative Center. That's at the GCNA complex, and now we are heading to St. Andrew.
Right.
Yes, for what we call a Carnival cool down on Sunday at 6 o'clock at the Deluxe Cinema. So this will be the final opportunity to see I Do. A lot of people have not seen it, even in St. George's, so we're inviting you to come up to the Deluxe Cinema. It's a very, very comfortable space. I love Deluxe.
Yeah.
So it starts at 6 o'clock, and we're inviting everyone, St. Andrew, all the neighboring parishes, come to see one of the most hilarious comedies, because it is a follow-up to The Burial of Miss Faitlin. Look, I always like to give the backstory. In 1999, The Burial of Miss Faitlin was staged throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, including Carriacou, went 2 trips to the United States of America, And Oliver Samuel, the well-known Jamaican comic actor, performed in the burial of Miss Faitlin. And since after that, we've been having requests, well, what's about the follow-up? What's about a wedding? Will there be a wedding? We say, well, we don't know. And I started writing I wrote 45 pages, the first half, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it was difficult for me to continue because I say, can this place stand up to the burial of Miss Faitlin, which was so popular? And so I just put it down. But then the pressure mounted from the public, from the cast, and said, Mr. Peters, it's time for us to do this play. So I started rehearsing this earlier this year and didn't have the end of the play. Because when I write, it's always good to find the end of your play and then write backwards. Otherwise, you'll find yourself 90% the play is almost finished and you cannot find an end. It's important.
Right.
So I forced myself, they start practicing, and while we were rehearsing the first half, I was writing the second half. And then eventually we came up. But of course, the cast, I have to give them kudos because they contributed, because it's a comedy. Sometimes things during the rehearsal process, you find a lot of interesting aspect turn up and we include it in the play.
One member of your cast might just come up with a great comedic line.
Yes, they do. And sometimes you have mistakes, so-called mistakes during the rehearsal process, and it turned out to be even better than what was scripted. So we did it at the Labukan Creative Center. The support was really, really, really good. I was shocked. I was surprised. Even people complaining and say, well, not complaining, but saying that they even enjoyed it better than Faitlin. But at Labukan Creative Center is very intimate space. As well, there's around 80. So you're there in the action.
You're part and parcel of it.
Yes. So we're really, really, really enthused and really happy for the support.
I would never, ever forget the burial of Miss Faitlin. I came to look at it at the St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville. Right, and there's one thing that stands out. I'm certain my Auntie Elsa, is listening now, and we always had that as a family joke. I'm giving you me $2, put on my name.
Oh yes, and, I'm saying that's the importance of the arts. In all aspects, whether it's dance, it's drama, singing, poetry, sculpture, painting. It is what is the glue that's supposed to hold the fabric of a community and a society together. I do drama, and I think that's the best way to teach, to impart knowledge, values, to maintain your history. That is so very, very important. I think that the Caribbean education system is getting to realize that.
Well, I'm happy you mentioned that because I have a colleague, we studied together in Barbados, but he's originally from Jamaica. And he was telling me his father, who was a teacher, said in an earlier dispensation, when his students were having problems understanding some concept, whether it's be English or mathematics or something, he said he put it in reggae, and they understood it comprehensively.
Yes.
And I think it's about time that the education system revolutionize the way of teaching, incorporate the things that the children can identify with.
Yeah, they're realizing that. In fact, I think there was a program that ended up a couple of months ago involving teachers with the same idea, what we call drama in education.
Right.
Yeah, because look at me, I couldn't understand. Up to now, maths is my weakest subject. But as I said, when I went to work at Hubbard's in 1978 at a lumber yard, having to measure lumber, having to calculate, it was maths that was involved. But because I was able to smell the lumber, I was able to see it, I was able to touch it, then the concepts of how to calculate came flooding back, and that's what we have to do. I always make a joke and say, if you want to teach a child to ride a bicycle, you don't go on the chalkboard and draw a bicycle and say to go this way. You have to hold the handles, put it up and push.
No.
You try to make it more practical.
Give him the bicycle.
Yes, so I think that's a very important way for us to teach through drama.
But do you think that the Grenadian population is as receptive as you would like them to be as it relates to drama?
It's a tricky question.
Drama, not on Facebook. Not the Facebook kind of drama.
Yeah, but I mean, what I know that Grenadians generally we love athletics and we love theatre. But I still believe overall, though, the sort of because our socialization to drama, like the big world, it's not as as good as you'll like it. Because, for instance, from my standpoint, I would like to see a bigger box come into sponsorship, because without the sponsorship, it's almost impossible for theatre to survive. So that's one thing that we would like to. So what I'm doing now is that whenever we do a play, we try to get the school population, especially the students who are doing theatre arts, to come in to look at the play, so that at least you will be ensured of a continued theatre patronage as they get older. And when we did I Do, we did it first for the theatre arts students, especially in St. George's, before it was shown to the public. And the students were able to make comments. They start back for 45 minutes afterwards in a question and answer. And based on the comments that they made, especially some of them from St. Joseph Convent, I have to thank Ms. Griffith who brought her students. And they were able to make certain suggestions, certain critique, which we included in the play.
Wow.
And then afterwards, some of them came back and they realized, wow, this play is almost different. You know? So, yeah, but I think people, they generally love the arts, but we definitely have to have that continuous support. And so even I will make a jump here at this point in time, that we also have a theatre arts students, set of them teaching, and we are getting ready to do a play later on in the end of September called Mayhem in Paradise, that looks at the value system. It's like a play that holds the mirror up to a Grenadian and Caribbean society. These are some of the problems, these are some of the issues where this family is living close to a beach shore and also at the bottom of the mountain called Paradise. It's a working class, regular salt of the earth people. Investors are coming wanting to buy them out because it's a prime property for development, to sell or not to sell. But at the same time, we also explore the challenges that face especially our Caribbean men, the alcoholism, not knowing how to handle a relationship. There's a young girl, she's 17, 18, adolescents is stepping in, and the vices of whether it's drinking, her father's an alcoholic. So we are examining these problems, but its play is also very entertainment. And we say, here are the problems. The possibility of offering a solution is also there. So that play will be done later on in September. And it's something that will be advertised sooner than later.
Okay.
So
I like this idea. I like this concept. I think it might be more effective than the sort of stand-up consultation and seminars and so forth that we have, especially against the ills as gender-based violence and violence in general, and the effects it has on the family, and what could happen futuristically if we continue though. I would really love to see more of this.
Yeah, the talk alone is not enough. But when people see their lives, and because of the drama, it has that emotional transference. And this always, as I said, I'm repeating myself again. I'm sure I said that the last time I was here, I went to the prison 25 years ago. And this young man met me earlier this year, and he said, Mr. Peters, you were in the prison 25 years ago. I went to help him direct a Christmas play. And he said, after you left, I said, I'm not coming back here. And he said, I'm here now, 25 years after I'm working, I'm out of trouble because of that experience with the drama and the theatre. And that's why the education system also, that I'm teaching, it is so very important here for us, the theatre, and also teachers have a great responsibility in order to help change and to impact our young people's lives. So even for the play that we do, Mayhem in Paradise, one next month, I'm hoping I'm going to lobby different organizations, even the ministry, for us to see if we could take this to the length and breadth of Grenada. Hopefully we could stage it because it's a very simple place to stage. Community centers, and then have discussions afterwards. And so that's why here it's one of the strategies to help to bring up.
You have my attention, deep attention. I'm deep in thought with this because it's not a matter of blowing trumpet, but I'm a true Grenadian. Almost any village in Grenada you pass, I know. I know somebody, I know the village. And when I look at what, the way things are deteriorating at the moment, and most of the time it's not due to bad intentions or malintent, some people just don't know how to do better. They're not abreast and aware enough as to what certain actions of theirs, what the repercussions could be, and so forth. So sometimes all it takes is something like that. A play like yours, go to Monlong or go to Cloget, and some people might say, but wait, no, this is what we at, and this, you understand?
Oh yeah, that's so very, very important. And of course the Caribbean is going through, in fact the world is going through a very tough period. And I see, okay, I cannot change the community, but I believe even, I always say that the elders of us, we have opt out, or we bash our young people all the time, but they are looking for elders, they are looking for community leaders, and that's why I try to play my part in whatever simple way that I can to engage, to mentor. Sometimes, again, I'm a man grew up in Marquis, St. Andrew, so I like the bush, I like to weed eat. I'm passing and see somebody's yard that needs cutting. When I check it as a man, maybe he might not be, he's blind. Say, would you like me to cut the yard for you? I go, we cut, we chat, we sit. I see young people on the blocks, I stop, we have conversations. Sometimes that alone, just knowing that I identify with you and I recognize you as a human being. And that I think is very important for us to understand, because when you lose the traditional values,
you're done.
It is the show formula for chaos and decadence when we opt out. I have in St. Kitts, again, a small island, the crime again has started out. People running down one another, other off the street, high speed chase, execution, and the people know who are doing it. You know, we are all opt out, so we have to find a way to get involved, and that's my way, through the drama, through theatre. And also, only that, I'm a man who loves the folk. Yeah. I love the folk. So we all have our part to play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I look back at the school system now as a youngster growing up at the Tivoli RC school.
Oh, Tivoli.
Yeah. You know, that's where I got primary school. And I remember the days of Miss Ramdani coming to the schools. And we had a segment on afternoons for drama. You know, Miss Charles Vivek now, she's Vivek now, but she was a guitarist, and we would sing. But we're not seeing that anymore.
But we have to start investing. We have to see the arts as viable, as important as any other vocation. Because look at our carnival.
Yeah.
How many people from all over the Caribbean, people from different parts of the world come into Grenada. But it's important here that we invest, we send people to train, and especially in festival management, especially in the arts. Because I went to Jamaica, thank God I went there in the mid-80s, and had not been for my training at Jamaica, there I would not be who I am today. So training is so very important overall, because I mean, if you talk about tourism, you cannot separate the tourism product from the arts. And I'm going to segue again and make this some statement generally. What we have, especially in the management of the arts as we move forward, overall, things are too fragmented. So we talk a lot of criticisms on the Carnival, we talk about the management of Spice Mass and the other organization, but you cannot have organizations, and I heard Cecil Noel mention that with 6 or 7 member staff, Spice Mass, you have the Cultural Foundation, maybe same thing, 5, 6 members of staff to run these festivals. Yeah. Like in Barbados, if you take a note, at the Cultural Foundation, they have about 74 people, employees. So the Cultural Foundation and the Department of Culture, they are in charge of things. So with this sort of fragmentation, we have Spice Mass Corporation, you have Cultural Foundation, you have the new Creative Desk, you have the Celebration Committee. All this fragmentation, if I have to advise, bring things under one roof umbrella, and you have different representatives to man. But people have to be trained in management, and to ensure that you have competent staff also in order for as we move forward, because that's a viable product that we have, and we have to look forward to the future if we really have to ensure that this product continues.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm seeing here my good friend. You know, I need to give him a call, but he's on the cover of a book, The Making of a Wizard.
Yes.
By Elwin Black Wizard McQuilkin.
Yes. Yeah. We had a lunch at La Bucana not too long ago, a few weeks ago.
Well, I met him actually when we were up at Progress Park with the semi-final.
Lovely.
So he told me he was here for that.
Yes. So we had a lunch there, a nice lunch at La Bucana. And I'm asking people to support that, because at the Luke Cinema on Sunday, that's when we're doing I Do, where we have copies for sale.
Okay.
It's a good biography of Wizard.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when these classics, I mean, one of the classics I like with Wizard is Pan Man.
Yeah.
I love that song.
You play so gracefully.
Oh yeah, so and then you get the story, the backstory of how this song was, what influenced the song. And I think here it is good. It's a great read, I think it's $50 for the hard copy, $40 for the soft copy. So we have not having that on sale. And I'm hoping and I'm promising was that again that maybe next year, God's willing, for us to do some aspects of the play that we did in his honor 12 years ago called The Junction Box, where we took about 20 of his calypsos and did a musical.
I remember that.
Yes, so this will be on sale. So we have to support each other, and I look forward to people supporting the book.
And not just supporting each other, but when we do it that way, when we look at the collective aspect of it,
yes.
If we support each and every aspect and individual with a product like that, in the end, who gets lifted?
Oh, yes.
It's Grenada.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win, I am tempted to say that I like the support that I saw in some of the aspects of Carnival this year. But, for example, areas of steel band, we still have steel bands who are not sponsored. We have calypso tents who are still not sponsored. And I would love to see, because at the end of the day, when the season concludes, the businesses are the ones who count the most cash.
Of course. I do agree. So that's a national conversation that needs to happen, because it's not only just about the competition, but you have an instrument, as you talk about the pan there, that was the only instrument I think that was created in the 21st century.
21st century, yes.
And look at it, it has gone global.
Yeah.
And
Japan trying to claim it's theirs. Of course, it's the Caribbean instrument.
Mm-hmm. So do they try to claim it's theirs? Oh, yeah. So that's we really, and then again, it's the young people. Once you're involved in the arts, you're involved in sports here, you're going to have less crime.
Yeah, of
and
course,
a sense
of course.
of identity.
Of
yes.
course. So, well, bro, folks, in case you're wondering the time, it's 22 minutes on to 8 o'clock. And again, Mr. Francis Ures Peters, Daddy, I just call him, Daddy and Mom, inviting you to the final
show, yes.
Yeah.
I do. And I say again, we're coming up to Labbe, we're coming up to Grenville on Sunday, the 25th. We start at 6 o'clock, and the tickets can be purchased from St. Andrew's Pharmacy. We also have tickets at Labucan, and there will be tickets at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, and I tell folks, even though you're in St. George's, no matter what parish you're from, you can come up to Grenville, because the place early enough, leave home, come there at
Make it an
6 o'clock.
afternoon family event.
Oh, yes. And I love Deluxe Cinema. 300 seats. To me, it is intimate, very comfortable, and it's one of the spaces I would really like to see some measure of development, because of course they will need extra lights as we go to the future, because you have to bring up lights. But I think once you have those amenities there, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. So we look forward again for the support. Labucan is inviting you out, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be good therapy. People have come and seen the play 3 times, and they say they come back on the 4th time. And every time they come, they think they see a different play, because little elements, we add them in as we go along.
Right. Okay, well, Mr. Peters, I wish all the best. I am not certain I can promise you that I will be there Sunday because of some other previous engagements, but hopefully.
Engagement? I do.
You see how they correlate?
Yes,
the correlation right there. But if I can, I will. And, just keep the good plays coming, and, keep sensitizing and stimulating the population so that we can, identify our flaws and work on them, and in the end, Grenada become a better place.
We don't have a choice. And the good thing about it, I've been in the arts since 1983. And what I find here is that a lot of the plays that I've done in the past, because you have a young cadre of theatre goers who have not seen a lot of them. And I'm able now to do them over. And the good thing about a play is never completed. Right. You can always adjust and adapt to the present situation. And that's what we're doing now. That's why we're going to do, as I said, Mayhem in Paradise, which the play was first written in 1986. I call it A New Beginning. In 86, I'm able to make the adjustment.
And now it becomes...
And it's even equally as relevant as when I did it. So we're going to be doing a lot of the other plays in the near future.
Keep them coming.
Yes,
keep them coming.
Yes.
Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. We need them. You know, there are times when we seem to be wanting for a good, clean family events where a family can say, Mom, Dad, and the children going to a function, an event, and it's safe.
It is very, very safe. And I will tell you, even at the rehearsal for Mayhem in Paradise, one of the cast members, he brought his 4-year-old daughter. And when he reached home, he asked her, what do you think of the play? And she says, yes, she liked it, but the only thing I didn't like when the lady slapped the child. And he says, why? I said, because if it was me, it's going to hurt, and I don't think it's a good thing. So a 4-year-old is able to discuss 4 years of age.
Yeah.
That's how powerful the theatre is for teaching. Yeah.
Keep them coming, bro.
Yes. So, folks, please come out to see I Do. And I will be on stage.
You actually? Okay.
I'll be on stage as a guy called Wilfred.
Okay.
Because Wilfred is the Undertaker. And again, I should say we have a wonderful cast. Huh?
Is Mr. Biezinski going to be there this time? Mr. Biezinski, good morning.
Always there, we're faithful. And then also Andrew, you know. So we like that. So please come to Labby. Yeah. Big Parish. See you guys on Sunday.
Keep them coming. I'm going to give you my $2. You go put on my name, right?
All right, okay, thanks.
Folks, I've been speaking with Mr. Francis Urias Peters as he invites us to, be a part of the final opportunity to see I Do. All right, it's at the Deluxe Cinema this Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. What's the cost of the tickets?
75 EC.
All right, 75 EC. And you hear the emphasis on the EC, all right?
Yes.
Because most quotations nowadays are in US. It's 75 EC. Yes. All right, and while there, you can also support our local Mr. Elwin Black Wizard McQuilkin, The Making of a Wizard. You've got 2 versions. They had the hard copy, which is $50, and the soft copy, $40.
Very reasonable.
Yeah.
Nice, yes.
Come on out and support.
Yes.
Folks, we'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Labukan Creative Center presents the final staging of I Do at the Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. Tickets available at Labukan Creative Center, Waterford, and St. Andrews Pharmacy at $75. It's the most hilarious comedy ever staged in Grenada. It's I Do by Urias Peters, Sunday, August 25th, Deluxe Cinema Grenville at 6 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Mark your calendars today for August 30th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center Annex for the GBN Flow Back to School Extravaganza. We are bringing you a day of fun and excitement with Bouncy Castle, exclusive deals, and free back to school packs for early bird attendees. Vendors, don't miss your chance. Secure your spot today. Plus, catch all the action with live interviews on GBN Television and our social media channels. Powered by Flow, Bermuda's Biscuits, Fruit Cool Kids, and Megaforce Promotions. For more information, call 449-6886. Don't miss out. See you there.
Mention the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, We have the low power there.
When you push your jump, it is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
All right, folks, welcome back. It's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. The conversation. We have 13 minutes with which we can talk. Let's hear, is there anything that you really like to bring to the fore this morning? Let's keep it straight to the point, brief, and let's hear from you. You know the numbers, 435-2041. Someone asked, good morning, Mr. Innocent and Mr. Peters. Can you please ask if there's any way Shuttings can see his production? Shuttings, who's Shuttings? Okay, I don't know. 435-2041, you can call me this. Sending out advance anniversary greetings to Mr. and Mrs. George of Munich. They will be celebrating their 28th anniversary tomorrow, praise God. Wishing them all of God's blessings. Well, congratulations. Good morning, caller.
Morning. I would like to talk to next time the announcer. So me and he talk about the road.
Well, you're live on the air, so you can voice your concern.
Yeah, because when you look at the road nowadays, them guys are them ripping off poor people. Because they're supposed to put stone in the road, they're putting them kids mixed up with a little stone. Car and kids can't walk. The government had to go back at it and let it put back stone in the road, brick stone in the road.
Okay, like in the days when the ladies used to have the broken stone in the tree and pouring it in the hole and the men come. Okay, I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, bro.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good one. Yeah. 435-2041. Once again, the people who are using weed eaters while walking on the roadside, please, I beg you, have some, decency, stop it when pedestrians and vehicles are passing. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah. What do you think about it? I really don't accept Carnival as our culture. Carnival is no part of us. Carnival was brought to us by the French in order to get rid of the British. And people will say that our culture, that never come out from us. It never come from Africa. I wish they could stop Carnival because the kind of indecency I don't see. It's not accepted.
Okay. All right, so you wish they could stop Carnival?
Yeah, man.
Okay, all right. And what would you recommend to replace it?
Well, we are enough things. For instance, Chris Riggs, you have Peters. All of them have the solution, but they just think supporting. They just think as sponsor.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, caller. Have a good one, right? Good blessings, yeah. 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. He thinks we should stop Carnival and replace it with, he couldn't say what. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Thank you. I'm just calling to inquire. I have a very serious concern about that road in H.A. Blaze Street, the back one that is being fixed. I have a concern that if it goes into when school is reopened, we'll have some serious problems with that in terms of the traffic. That Green Street road there cannot handle all of that traffic. And remember, Green Street School is opening, and parents will be dropping off the children. It is a lot of, I find it's a lot of drag foot.
Yeah.
So if it could be,
I don't know what is the cause of the delay, but I find it's really slow.
Yes, it is. And I hope something could be done as soon as possible to the powers that be, Ministry of Communication, Road Work or whatever, if it could be speeded up.
Okay.
It's about time. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one. All right, good. Now, listen, the lady, those of you who usually go to St. George's to the market on Saturday and you go in front of the fish market to get your breakfast, well, I just want to inform you that the lady won't be there this Saturday. She is unable to be there. She is not well. She has the cold and she doesn't want to pass it on to you while serving you, so don't expect her to be there this Saturday, okay? Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity. I am back. I would like to make 2 comments, Mr. Joseph, relative to certain things that I heard this morning on the radio. One, it has to do with comments made by the quote-unquote government of the United States through the representative in Guyana. The OECS's response to the issues in Venezuela and the elections. It should be, in fact, no problem for them to understand that the reason why at least a few small islands in the Caribbean which constitute or helps to constitute CARICOM has taken this as a grouping. It's because of the hypocrisy of the United States. At least there are certain people who are understanding. Only last night I was listening to a person in the United States, Kamala Harris, who is vying for the new presidency of the United States. And she said that one of the lessons from her mother, if I were to speak a little faster here, is that, and it's so interesting, my mother taught the lesson, she said, don't let others tell you who you are. Don't let them tell you about you and who you are. Show them who you are. In effect, that's what the United States has been doing over the years. They have been showing the world who they really are. Their hypocrisy, their immorality, their evil. Look at what they're doing to the poor people of Palestine. But yet they come here on the side and want to tell us about democracy. They should be ashamed of themselves, these scribes and Pharisees, these evil Zionists, apartheidic, demonic people. They should be ashamed of themselves. Finally, Mr. Joseph, just a bit on grammatical pedantry. This morning I heard you speak once more about Thailand. There is no country in the world called Thailand. Just get it clear. The TH in the English language is considered to be a digraph. A digraph being a combination of consonants, but they create one sound. There are many, CH, CK, PH, etc., etc. But let's look at the TH one this morning, especially the one where the T is capital. Okay. The H is silent. That's why we have the River Thames. That's why we have Thailand. That's why we have Teresa. That's why we have Theophilus. That's why we have Thomas, etc. The H is silent where the TH, where the T is capital. For what is worse, do have a nice day, will you, sir?
You too, citizen. Have a great day yourself. It's 5 minutes on to 8 o'clock. All right, someone says here via our WhatsApp platform, construction work on the H.A. Blaze Street at the magnitude will take time. The retaining wall plus the road. Okay, all right. Well, I know it will take some time, but the concerns are real as it relates to, school reopening and the influx of traffic. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Anderson. How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome to the program.
No, to God be the glory. Yeah, this is the captain speaking here.
This is?
The captain. This is the captain speaking here.
Okay, go right ahead, Cap.
In light of on the news last night about the death of a 7-month-old baby, and prior to that, there was the death of a 2-year-old in the ward there with the babies. I seriously would advise the authority to look into that in terms of the negligence, because it was pointed out to me not too long ago by a woman.
For some reason, part of your chat is clear and the other part is very muffled.
What's taking place here? Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, but good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Listen, that road repairs on Table Street, if the work or the contract was given to the Chinese, it would be done in less time. It would never take not even a month. So that is the problem. Grenadians don't really know how to work. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you. 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. That is the time. All right. For some reason, I think that we're having some connectivity issues. I don't know why, but good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Japan, man, did you make sure after you don't finish this morning? You in Japan?
Okay, all right, Vinci, how are you doing?
Yeah, let's see, man, let's see.
All right, blessings. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, thank you. Good, bye-bye. Mm-hmm. Let's go back via our WhatsApp platform and say good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Innocent again.
Hi, welcome.
How's the connection this time?
It's a little clearer, but you have to be brief. We have to join the BBC.
Oh, yes. Concerning the incident that happened at the hospital with the baby.
Okay, yeah. I'm listening.
About the negligence that a lot of the people, when they go to the maternity ward, what they faced, yeah?
Okay.
And she told me the story about a woman, a young girl who went to make a baby, and when she was telling the nurses she was ready, they were telling her no, she doesn't want to, and they told her, oh, she wants to urinate, go to the toilet. And she followed their advice, and the baby dropped off, fell on the ground, hit his head, died. Another one again, not too long ago, a woman told me that at the hospital, they leave a lot of the women in labor. And what happened to the baby?
Okay, caller, I don't know, for some reason your connection is not good. But I prefer not to, have this conversation of what they say, If you're going to report on something of that nature, I would prefer it to be a personal experience so that you can talk about it authoritatively, because I do know, like in any system, we do have shortcomings, but I do know that the folks within the medical fraternity, they do their best given the circumstances of which they work. So, folks, this is where we have to wrap it up. It's just a couple seconds away from 8 o'clock. We've got to join the BBC. So, have yourself a great day. Be safe for the weekend. Remember, take your vitamins and boost your immune system. You would love yourself for that. I love you, Grenada. Bye-bye.